welcome to Rope Breaker Wrestling Podcast. I am elderly and pissed here with the man, the myth, the legend, the Shahid. Brother, how's it going?
Blessed and highly favored.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get into it, man. We had a crazy week of professional wrestling when it comes to everything. AEW, WWE, TNA, everything's nuts in the world of professional wrestling. So where would you like to start, sir?
That Pat McAfee bullshit.
All right, we get into the meat of the matter as we start. We all saw Pat McAfee returned as the voice in Randy Orton's head to not a great promo, but it didn't really make sense. Why was he there? And then we come to find out that he was there because Ari Emanuel is his agent, and he wants to turn that man into the next Sylvester Stallone, the next action hero. And this is the way he's going to use him to make it the vehicle to take him to superstardom. How do you feel about that?
I feel little by little, TKO is taking over WWE. We've seen spurts of this in the last couple of years. Everything from stars, having to wrestle in a ring with logos everywhere looking like a UFC mat, to the influx of a lot of celebrities, a lot of influencers, and things over the last couple of years. And WWE's always had celebrities, don't get me wrong, has always had that. But the thing is that TKO is trying to do is if it's trying to legitimize WWE as far as a worldwide, but WWE already is professional wrestling. What you're simply trying to do is take professional wrestling and water it down so people who don't watch professional wrestling will finally be into it. I don't agree with that. And plus, it's the stars that you're doing it with, man. Cody Rhodes, come on, bruh. You done fell off. Come on, bruh. You on the pavement right now. And here comes Cody Rhodes' favorite fan of all time.
know if
Cody
that is
Rhodes'
accurate
best
or
friend
not. He's got a
disappeared.
lot of
Anyway,
fans.
y'all, I wasn't feeling it. I feel the message coming from someone like Pat McAfee doesn't really mean a whole lot. The resurgence of the Attitude Era, bro, you ain't bringing that back. It's like right message, wrong messenger. That's how I feel
Did he
about it.
say he was doing that?
Yeah.
Did he say he was trying to bring the Attitude Era back?
That whole promo was about him missing the Attitude Era. Did you watch the promo?
He said he was trying to bring pro wrestling back.
But he brought up spurts of the Attitude Era, saying he misses that part of wrestling because that's when wrestling was real.
I don't know if he exactly meant that though. He just meant he just said he just wanted wrestling back, and then he dissed like smaller guys. So I mean,
Yeah, I
honestly,
don't
he's
think you
just
watched the
there
promo.
for
You got
Randy.
to
He
go back
thinks
and watch the
Randy's cool. He
promo.
wants Randy back.
You got to go back and watch the promo.
Not
He
only the
did diss
promo,
Carmelo
he
and
did.
everybody that's small. Mello, Penta, Dragunov, and they were putting on the Sami Zayn even, and they were putting on the best matches on WWE television.
I disagree, but whatever.
I mean, honestly, I think he's just doing what TKO asked him to do because I think he loves all those guys.
Yeah.
But I've noticed he's been like in the like WWE Instagram and stuff, and he's like Randy's the best thing in pro wrestling. Like he's been playing the character, but so I don't think he's chasing attitude era. I think he's just saying Randy's a man's man, and that's who he wants to be the champion.
But the real
Yeah, I
question
don't
is,
think it's
how do
that
you
simple.
feel about? And this is all of you. I mean, I know you don't. So how do you guys feel about what's going on? Like the TKO doing a power move on Triple H, and Triple H is getting a lot of the blame. Me personally, I'm not giving him any of the blame. I think Logan Paul. I don't want to give this man credit, but he was on to something when he said like, "Hey, it's not in his hands. You guys stop blaming Paul for the booking. The booking is he's given this to book, and he has to figure out a way to plug in these people, and these people need to be in marquee matches, whether they're people that he would want to put on the top or not."
I love the. Well, I don't love it, but I just think it's interesting that people like Logan Paul can freely talk about that stuff. Like you would think like they'd be so like, hey, don't say too much stuff on your show. But they just kindly just blatantly just say whatever.
That's also, I feel like, an Ari Emanuel thing. Because if Vince was there, Vince wouldn't be like, "Oh, you can say this and this and
Right,
that."
right.
Like,
No, I totally agree with that one. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't think Vince would have. I don't think Vince would have allowed them to talk so
Shaw's
much
device
about
is running
like
out of
to
storage.
Yeah, I see that.
like because they almost like
I
being
see that as well.
used as ambassadors for of WWE to like casual fans. So like, oh, you seen this, but don't be mad at this and this. We got a lot going on, and it's like who told you to be the representative? Like
I mean,
it's
I don't.
not just
I mean,
him. Pat McAfee does it on his show.
yeah.
It just I'm just like they've been put in these nice positions that in the past a celebrity involved would not even be speaking on.
I see that, but I also think we're missing the point is that we don't know who these people's agents are. Are they people from Endeavor? Are they people from TKO? I feel like all these people, Jelly Roll, um, I Show
Those people
Speed,
I
Logan
probably
Paul,
saw.
and Jake Paul included as well. I think all these people that we are seeing to suddenly talk about professional wrestling, Stephen A. Smith even. I think their agent might be associated with TKO and might be Ari Emanuel. We don't know who these people's agents are. We don't know who's doing their dealings. So I feel like they have
Oh,
special
with
privilege.
Steven, he's part of the, ESPN deal, even if he isn't represented through the same. And he is a, lightweight wrestling fan. Even though he's more of an old school guy,
The man Holly
but
Goldberg.
he's more, yeah, like he's more warm. He's more warm to the idea of interacting with them. I'll say that.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that completely. Shaw, you still there, boss? I know your storage is going crazy.
1 second.
All right, he's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Looking as only he can look like Ric Flair.
Something I thought that was funny. The tweet from Lil Yachty. He
Another
was
one I was
like,
going to bring up.
he's like, "Hey, man, I understand. I see how y'all feel about about how things is going, but hey, man, don't ruin my moment."
I'm not mad at him.
He's
Not
like, "I've
mad at
been
him
at
at
all
all.
these shows," which lets me know he was paying for them tickets.
Mm,
He's like, "I've been at all these shows." He's like, "It's my moment. I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. If I was in your position, I'd do the same."
that's Michael Cole's guy, Lil Yachty. Because every rapper is Michael Cole's guy. The running joke
I
because he doesn't
know.
know who any of those people are. Not a one.
Don't you hate? Did you used to find it kind of cringeworthy when WWE be like in WWE's favorite band, and then insert name comes out?
No, I mean it's all cringe. They don't care whoever they pay and whoever's willing to do it. The only time I ever felt that was true was Motorhead because it really was Triple H's favorite band. It wasn't a
No, it
joke.
was Triple H's favorite band though.
He is WWE now.
Oh god.
He's the face. So if there's music, he probably, but unless their agent is Ari Emanuel, no, every song will be written by Drowning Pool. Travis Scott is going to perform every song because he is my guy. Something like that.
Like the boys' favorite band is oh god, I can't think of their name, but they've made seem like 5 people's theme songs. Um, they make Nick Nina's theme song, The Wanted Man.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. And they don't they
I
make,
think they
hold
made
on, who else made
Mrs.
Mrs. Yes, I know who you're talking about. They also helped make Cody's.
Yeah, I think the
I
Smoke
forgot
and
that
Mirrors, right?
name.
No, they
Yeah.
did
The one he comes out now.
yeah, when he comes out now too. Yeah, they made that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I know you're talking about, but yeah, I mean they were WWE's, but they love wrestling. Like those are just people that truly just love wrestling. So we can't really put them in there. So they'll take a low ball offer.
But I'm like,
Like if they
but I
said
just
Peter
that's like
Wesley,
that's the boys band. That's a go to. That's a go to band. I'll say
yeah.
that. I need a new
I,
song.
I
All
mean,
right,
but they do a low ball offer. If they said, "Hey, Peter Wesley, we'll give you 10 grand, make a song, but you lose all the rights as soon as it gets to us," you'll make a song
take it.
for Mello.
Yeah, take it.
You'll rap a song for
Yeah,
Mello. I know you
take it.
would. I know you would. But all I gotta say is TKO. I feel like TKO is a cancer to the WWE, but we just need to get used to it because that's the way WWE is going to be for now in the foreseeable future. It is just going to be a launching pad for Endeavor's clients, I think.
But
Because then,
but that's the problem. Anytime something independent is taken up by a corporation, like that, that's just inevitable. I don't know why anybody thought this would be great. On paper, it sounded weird that the company that also owns UFC was owning WWE. Like it never sounded like a cool idea. And then when they were trying to fuse, they still are, like mix the two brands together with crossovers and stuff. It never comes out right. Um, Anytime they do one of those like posts with they got UFC and WWE people, all you have is a bunch of UFC fans shitting on WWE fans. Um,
true.
when UFC fighters are at WWE, events, they look like they fake happy. Like, it's a bad idea, man.
I don't know. It is what it is. Shaw, what do you think, boss? TKO, good, bad, indifferent.
He's reconnecting.
All right. He probably feels it's bad. I'm not
I'm sure he
speaking for
does.
him. But anyway, uh, I hope the connection comes back soon for him because we will move on to the next topic because we are on a real time crunch. But anyway, the next topic is WWE, AEW. AEW had its triumphant return. WWE did not get Chris Jericho back. Oh, he's gone. But WWE did
We
not
knew the writing
get
was
Chris
on the
Jericho
wall.
back.
We knew he wasn't coming back to WWE. We knew it.
We knew it. The rumor is he didn't want to be to have a retirement run, but it seems that AEW was tired of him, and no matter how much time he takes off, it's just go home, Jericho. So did he make the right
I
decision? In
think
my eyes, I don't know. But what do you think?
so. It's hard to answer what the right decision is because the WWE side would be possibly the retirement tour. He don't want to retire, and that is the most logical thing. And he does need to go over there. Like, granted, Jericho does need to end in WWE. No disrespect to AEW or anything, but he does need to end it in WWE. However, he don't want to. He's not ready to end. And him, early 30s, Jericho said he didn't want to be wrestling forever. He said he didn't want to, be looked at as a has been. People thinking about what he used to could do. But that all sounds cool when you're young. When the time comes, you know, like myself, you know, tell myself, I'm a quit playing this game. You know, give myself 2 hours. I'm gonna be hungry all night. Then 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Oh damn, I got a test in the morning. Like, it all sounds it sounds easy in the beginning, but when you there and here he is. But in AEW, he also on the other hand, versus WWE, in AEW, he's a big fish. And I'm not trying to call. I really don't want to call AEW a small pond, but like it's not just because of size. It's just Tony loves him, and that's his first champion. He gets more, he gets away with more over there, in a sense that he doesn't in WWE. Not saying he don't deserve to. He's because in my mind he's a legend. He deserves to have all that. But we do know his last runs over there, he was not viewed as a big important figure. Him and Kevin was probably his last big thing, and that got moved to the side for Goldberg. Um, and and him thinking he can go over there and just be a regular full time guy. He can't. And in his head he thinks he can, and I get it. That's how men are, until you always think you still a big dog, you still got it. I get it. I'm not trying to diss him, but at the same time we gotta be realistic. He don't still have it. So it's hard to say what he should do because he should go to WWE. He should do a retirement tour, and he should be working backstage. Man, he's a something star. This dude, we seen him out there. He got his belly out, singing songs, looking silly, but in his mind, he's Mick Jagger. You can't tell him no different. And I respect his pride, so I don't want to say you got to do this. So do what you want, man.
I get what you're saying, and I know why he feels how he feels. You're in your hometown. Lackluster response. Your people don't want you, man. You over here yelling, "Come on, baby! Come on, baby! Yeah, Jericho's here! Jericho's here!" Yay! We just wanted to sing
Also,
the
that
song.
man's hometown is Tampa, Florida these days, man.
We in real life, yes, but let's talk. But let's get this. Canada. First of all, I would like to say that was the worst Canadian crowd I've ever seen in my life. Canadian crowds are excited, man, when wrestling comes to town, right? Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
WWE, AEW, they call it the Twilight Zone, but they're always excited. They're always engaged.
And they be
If
burnt
we go
out. They
back,
just had the big Maple Leaf Pro event because they've been still, they cooled down from having that.
I mean that they can do a Raw and a SmackDown there. They're still excited.
I'm trying, man.
They can do a pay-per-view and the next night there's Raw in the same arena where these people paid like $700 to be there for those 2 nights, and they're still excited. They paid maybe $200, $150 to watch maybe it's like $75 to watch Collision and Dynamite. They paid $75 to watch 2 shows, and they're just like, whatever. And it was the first show. It was Dynamite. It wasn't even Collision. They're like, so no, not only was that if you're at home and all they want to do is sing your song, man, they want to do more than just sing Randy's song. They want to see Randy wrestle. I feel like Jericho made the wrong decision. Maybe it wasn't the right decision. Maybe it wasn't the wrong decision financially. Maybe it wasn't the wrong decision for longevity of his career. As much longevity he's going to get in his 50s. But
also,
I feel like
I think when you talk about longevity, I think at this point, if Jericho signed to WWE, I don't think there ain't no big house shows. I think they would. I'm almost sure they would give him limited dates. You want limited dates? Here we go. Now with the money match AEW's, that I don't know. I don't want to say they would lowball him. I don't think they would lowball him, but maybe not as high because we don't know how much. I'm assuming Tony's cutting him a big check.
Tony gonna give him 3 or 4 bags.
Right. Because he's special to Tony, and he should be. He's their first champ. I wouldn't have made him.
And he's a legend. Jericho's a legend in wrestling in general. ECW, WCW, Japan, Mexico, Chris Jericho matters in professional wrestling. WWE, obviously. I'm not discounting Jericho's accomplishments in professional wrestling, not at all. But what I'm saying is that AEW is on a roll right now, but they don't want to see old WWE wrestlers in a prominent spot. Like if you put Edge back into the Adam Copeland back into a title picture again, not in the tag team title picture with Christian, but in the main title picture, he's gonna get booed. Don't nobody want to see it.
I mean, I think that's because, unfortunately, and I don't want to, be mean, but I just think his moments, he's past his prime, man. But the nostalgia of him and Christian Cage together, that's gonna make you look past all that.
And that's
And
a
they can
different
do
story.
some pay-per-view main events as a team together, and people will still love it. But I don't think you want to see Copeland versus MJF, unfortunately.
Welcome back, boss.
Yo,
We just
what
talking
we
about
talking
your
about?
favorite wrestler,
What's that?
Chris Jericho.
What, the age
Jericho's
thing with
return to
AEW?
AEW. Did he make the right decision?
Uh,
The age thing in
yeah, he made the
AEW.
right.
He's old.
He made the right decision. Of course he did. Of course he did.
I'm shocked. I don't feel that way.
Well, he did because he did
Why
what's
do you
best
feel
for
that?
him.
He got a lackluster response when he was at home. I don't think that was best for him. Unless he's just gonna be. I feel
Yeah,
like he
I mean
has
that's how.
go home heat, not your heel heat. And he didn't even come in
Yeah,
as a heel. He lost his first name and he's just Jericho. But
yeah, but at the same time, he's happy.
The shirt was kind of cool though.
well, you and Peter agreed. So you guys need to throw up the little heart symbol right there, Bo. You know, make the hearts flutter because I do not agree. I believe if you go off, you can go off, do a 2-year deal, have a retirement angle, and come back to AEW afterwards. But get your flowers, go in the Hall of Fame next year.
But he also said he
Get your
don't care about the
endorsement
Hall of
deal.
Fame and stuff.
You don't have to care, but come on now. Don't you want to be immortalized? They own most of your career. What you gonna wrestle another
Yeah,
20 years so AEW can have a chunk? You gonna be
yeah.
over here broken, talking to coming out to Judas, limping to the ring, coming out in a wheelchair. What? We don't want that. I don't want to see him like that.
Well, that's what he
I
wants.
think he made the wrong decision. Well, I know what he wants, but what he wants
And plus, not only
pisses me
that, but
off.
hold on, hold on, hold
But
on, hold on.
but
Why
also
the
his
fuck?
contract ain't over.
Hold on. Why would anyone who's at AEW right now, who has carte blanche to pretty much do whatever, go over to a company where not only are you marginalized as a talent because you're not going to be top billing, and you're not going to be able to do a lot of the shit that you do now. You can't just take a break whenever the fuck you want. No, you on the road, bitch. Backstage, you doing something with Danhausen. Fuck that. He don't want to do all that shit.
What do you mean on the road? WWE don't work every day. They work
He
once.
works
They work once or twice a week now.
when
3.
AEW was on the road. He wasn't on the road. He can go on the road with Fozzy. He can't just drop everything at the top of a hat and do that shit with WWE.
No, I
He
think
did
he can
that
still
shit
do
in
that
WWE
because
last
yeah,
time.
he did that before. He did that before. He can still do Fozzy
Dude,
in
they were under
WWE.
different management. Okay, they were under different management before.
It would be easier to do it now though because
You don't
he
know
ain't
what
got to worry
TKO
about
is
the house
like.
show dates.
You don't know
So
what
he can,
TKO. No, you can't say that. TKO is different than Vince. That was my argument before.
I mean, they didn't even utilize Cena that much. Jericho could find some way to do something and be Fozzy. They said Cena's like, I want to
if
wrestle 200 dates. Nah, cuz you're gonna wrestle 40. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, okay.
if
When Vince
Drew,
was running
CM
shit,
Punk,
you could
Cody,
text
and
Vince.
Roman
You
can
can't
all
text the
take
owner
time
of
and do
TKO.
movies. Yeah, but all of them found time to do movies. That he can still tour. He'll be all right.
Who found time? Who did movies? Who? The Miz?
Drew's about to
Cena,
leave and do a movie.
McIntyre,
S-
he's getting ready to do Highlander,
you-
the Highlander reboot.
Yeah, Cody and
Okay.
Roman did Street Fighter. CM Punk did he did that movie
That
with
one
Freddie
vampire movie.
Gibbs. Yeah.
That
I
was
don't
pretty good.
understand the
Um.
point.
AJ Lee went on a book tour,
Yeah, AJ
I
Lee
don't
went on a
understand the
book
and
point.
she's
tour.
still
Like,
Intercontinental Champion right now.
but the thing about it is, if
I
Jericho toured with Fozzy, he would just match up his dates with WWE's dates. He's done that
Yeah,
before. Jeff Hardy's done that before. Dolph Ziggler did it with comedy. Like
Sami
it,
Zayn did
it
it
would
with
work.
Sami
can I ask
Zayn
you a
and Mick
question?
Foley did it with comedy.
When, under whose
Yes, it was under
management was all this
Vince. It
happening?
was under Vince.
Once again, what the fuck are
Vince
you talking
Okay,
McMahon.
but
about?
the movies and the book tour was under TKO. That's what the fuck we talking about.
For what stars?
AJ Lee, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, people who've been there for a dick year.
Not AJ. AJ just got back a few months ago.
That's different.
AJ
AJ's
Kane did the
fucking different.
one show in Indianapolis and then left immediately after to do the book tour.
These are
He did
people
one
who
show,
are not
then the book
leaving
tour.
WWE. Okay. These are people who are not leaving WWE who signed multi-year contracts. And you're comparing that to someone who's only here for a short fucking time. And during that short fucking time, you're going to be gone? The fuck? You only here for a year, bitch? You taking 4 months out of the tour, Fozzy?
But I don't even think Jericho would have. Jericho wouldn't
I think they would
necessarily
have certain.
leave to do the tour. He would do the tour, lining up the dates with WWE.
He wouldn't be doing he wouldn't be doing shows on a Monday or a Thursday, a Friday, depending on which show he was on, which would probably be Raw. He wouldn't be doing shows on a Monday, but hey, he might do a show on a Sunday. Take a red eye, he's there. It doesn't take that much. Not now. Jericho has the money to buy these red eyes himself. He's not poor. This is upsets y'all.
Here's one thing you can say about Jericho. When there's a wrestler in need, man, Jericho the first person to make a donation.
That's true. That's true. I give that to Chris Jericho. If somebody that he sees is in need, he will drop some money real quick. And so I commend him on that because there's so many people that are just stingy, and Jericho is not a stingy man. You need 5,000? Call Chris. And Tony Khan is like that as well. So we can't say he's not like that too.
Oh yeah. I wasn't
So
trying to discredit Tony Khan.
I don't know how much of his money is liquid, but he definitely isn't stingy when it
Tony?
comes to Tony Khan. I'm not talking about Jericho. But he's those two are the first two you see dropping money on a wrestler that needs any kind of financial help. Any kinds of financial help. But speaking of Jericho and age, the Hurt Syndicate, they hurt people back, and they are elderly as well, like myself, but they're older now. We got the Hurt Syndicate, we got Christian, we got Edge, and we got Jericho. AEW was supposed to be a place for the young talent to blossom, but it seems like everybody's a little bit old in wrestling that's on the top when it comes to WWE and AEW.
I think it's a mix of both. And here's my thing, and I think I sent you the age thing was something I did want to talk about.
Yes, that's the reason I
I
brought it
do
up.
not have beef with older dudes in either AEW or WWE. I don't like people point out like these are your champions and this is how old they are. Like you've been watching wrestling longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, it was not just young dudes running around. And I'm saying not saying there's a problem. I'm not saying it has to be either or. I'm just saying it could be a mix of both. Just saying, oh, oh, he's 40, he shouldn't be champ. You crazy? Back in the day, you wasn't under 35 and being a champ. Like you so like to just like now we trying to flip things over and like discredit anybody over a certain age. No, if they can still go, let them go. That's my motto about things. Now, I think, but people are mistaking that, and I think it's because people are watching too many WWE DVDs, and they looking at
Yes.
like when they talk about WCW. I think it's a problem when you have just older guys like just hogging all the spotlight, and then like having a glass ceiling for your young guys. Yeah, that's a problem, but we're not having that right now. These dudes, your CM Punks, your Romans, and your Codys, and all these dudes is mixing it up with the young dudes. Like nobody's like ignoring them or not. They getting chances. They getting on main events. They getting title opportunities. Like they are being looked at as like Oba's in there with Brock Lesnar is looked at as like
Yes.
these are guys. Like it's not like WCW '90s. And I think people just been they see things through a WWE lens and like repeat their talking points. Just like like when I see now when people talk about ratings and things, you because WWE has made this talking point. And so now like you have to like oh, you don't have you got too many old dudes, and it's like WWE didn't have a problem with old dudes until they lost all theirs.
Yes.
And then they, and that was what WCW had, so they used it as a talking point. But as soon as they could get those dudes back, NWO was right over there. Hogan was over there. Hogan got the belt
Yeah.
again. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like
At,
if they
at
can, they would
48.
do it. Yes, if they
And I
could
would
do
also
it, they
like to,
would.
of course, and I would like to say that people paint the WCW as a bad thing, and like Hogan was in his 50s, and yes, nobody looked young then. Hogan was 42 years old when he was Hollywood Hogan, like in '96, when he dropped a leg on Savage.
That's because back in the day, everybody
You
looked older.
everybody looked older. So, but you got to think Hogan was 42. Sting was in his late 30s. Were they really old? Well, because that's the case. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, all these people are old. So I really don't see it. And Hogan, and I know it's bad, but Hogan interacted with DDP, and DDP was looked at fresh new talent when DDP was a couple years younger than Hogan. You know what I'm
Only
saying?
difference about that was DDP was trying to hide how old he was.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, DDP tried to be cool, tried to be fresh and young, but he was old too. And then what Hogan did, I think we seemed to take away from Hogan's fact that he did try to put over Kidman, even though he did not want to. You understand? He's like, I don't want to work with this
He didn't
man.
want to.
No, he didn't want to, but there was a Viagra on a pole match, guys. Come on now, he did it. He did it. Didn't want to, but he did it. And we act like Jeff Jarrett was a baby during that time. Jeff Jarrett wasn't super young. Jeff Jarrett was in his like early 30s. So nobody was super young. Nobody was in their 20s. There wasn't anything that was going on. The WWE just now, and I'm going to say like just now, really are pushing young people. Like Oba's in his 20s. Oba's in his late 20s. We got Javon Evans. I'm going to be his dad. You know what I'm saying?
But they did have that moment in the early 2010s when they had Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Miz, when they was pushing that quote unquote youth movement. They wasn't really like it was still the Cena show, but they was pushing those dudes as giving them the title a little bit. Um
But
and
Cena
I
wasn't
think
old
that's
then
what
either.
started. No, Cena wasn't, but he wasn't the young dude that was being talked about. It was, your Miz, Wade Barrett, Sheamus, John Morrison. It was those Cody, Ted DiBiase, Kofi Kingston, like all those dudes.
That's true. That's true. Shaw, do you think that the Hurt Syndicate's too old? They need to go home.
Yeah, I wanted to say something about that bullshit that Peter said. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Peter, why he got a bad memory. But why all of a sudden he just forgets that WWE has people who are pushing, maybe not 50, but damn near 45. Cody Rhodes ain't young.
No,
CM Punk
he's
ain't
on the
young.
side. You didn't hear the
No, no,
thing.
no. Let him continue to be loud and wrong. Let him continue.
Okay.
No. Because originally what I heard was that you were trying to make a comparison about how everybody in AEW was old and not washed up, but old as shit. Your Bobby Lashley's, you know what I'm saying, the Chris Jericho's and shit.
No, that wasn't.
Nope.
This is what I heard you said.
I did say Jericho is washed up. I did, but not because he's old. He just is washed up.
What about Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate? They old?
They getting older, but I ain't say nothing negative about them.
Yeah, exactly. Let's keep it that way, nigga.
I've but anyways, like we were saying, people was complaining about their ages, but like I said, as long as a person can go, let them go. I don't think it should be like looked at like, oh, we only need young people. Like, let them go as as long as they can, and don't just have it just 40-year-olds. Let everybody. Don't put no glass ceiling like it was in WCW. Let these other people come in and just let them and just mix it around. But it don't have to be no focus on how old everybody is. Um, I don't like that narrative that people put in.
I think the
And
IWC is making the focus. It's not. It's
right,
not
right.
us.
Well, I mean,
It's
since
not
we
them.
IWC too,
We got
we
WC,
have to
but
get some of the loud voices in the room.
I'm gonna say it's not this color of the IWC. We
Right,
don't care. We don't
right.
care. But I would like to say this: there are people I want to see retire. Jericho needs to go home. He needs to stop. Matt and Jeff Hardy, stop it. Christian
All right,
Cage and
so
Adam Copeland, stop it. Go home
I know you
now.
say Matt and Jeff should stop it, but people still love them, man. They might end up
If
being
Hogan
like
was, it don't matter.
Rock and
If
Roll
Hogan was
Express,
alive,
man.
look at Ricky Morton. He barely moved. His drop kick goes to my
Every
knees.
time they come out, they love them, and nobody complains when they out there. They be moving super slow, and the crowd be showing them love. They never say nothing negative about them boys, the men.
They own us be everybody's daddy on this damn thing. If you combine our ages, we'll be a year younger than Ricky Morton. What do you mean?
And
No,
Nah.
no. I feel like this. So Ricky Morton is trying to get his son over. His son look old now. His son had a full head of hair when he started. What? Stop. Your son ain't gonna get over. He's in JCW. No, stop it. Get some help.
but
Stop.
the Hardys could go just as long as them.
No, they need to stop. Jeff Swantons look worse. He just landed on people like die, bitch. God. No,
They
stop.
do.
Go home.
They do.
Matt's like, I don't even do the middle rope leg drop. I just do the elbow now. My butt can't take it. No, man, if you can't do the move, stop. Stop.
He's
Stop. Go
smart.
home. I get it, but stop. Get some help. Stop. It ain't like you doing it. Jeff still want to get on there. He almost killed Devon and himself when he put him through the ladder. Like, well, everybody's dead now. Because he didn't want to hit Devon with the full force because it would have killed Devon. Devon would be
He was
unalive.
thinking. He was.
But it
He
also
had
People are
Devon in
still
mind.
paying these guys to
they
do
both
it.
just
Let them do it. If there's money to be made, do the shit.
no. And you're right. And I blame Tommy Dreamer for booking these people. I blame Tony Khan for booking these people. Stop it. Get some help.
If you put
Stop
the
it. I know
Dudleys,
you.
if you any combination of the Dudleys, Hardys, and Edge and Christian on a card, people gonna pay. They gonna pay some money for it, man.
Yes, and whoever buys it, you piece of trash, let these people just get some money for sitting down. Let them go to be an autograph signing. You fans
I
paying
would
for
pay
this, get some help. You pieces of crap. Peter, I thought better of you. Damn it, what's wrong with you?
All right. So
All this coming from
here's
a
my thing.
fucking Hogan fan.
Yes, and everybody watch that Netflix documentary about the biggest icon in wrestling, Terry Jean Hulk Hogan Bolea.
The biggest fucking bird to fall out of the sky.
And make sure you also watch the Netflix documentary that they're also making for Shawn Michaels. Because it's also coming out same month.
That's a Peacock documentary, and I will watch it.
Oh,
as well.
it is Peacock. Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. I mixed my streaming companies.
He can't be on the
main show.
But
It is the same month, though.
It is the same month, yes.
We got to do that. We don't have to do that. Last time that man was live on Netflix, they was booing him out the building.
That's the reason this isn't live. This is a pre-tape, and hopefully he does talk about that in his last interview. I hope he does bring that up. But yes, I'm a Hogan fan, but no, I don't. If Hogan walked out right, I just he would just work out, flex his little thinning muscles, and go home and cut a promo. And I would be fine with that.
Would you have paid money to see him when he did that tour with him and Flair?
No, because did you see it? I would have paid money to see. I would have went to a meet and greet for Hogan. That's it. But Hogan, first of all, Hogan ain't getting ready. He couldn't even do a leg drop. The boot only went to like your midsection. He gave you a big abdomen boot. Did you see it?
See when
it was Flair.
When those older guys, Ricky Morton's and all them, when they have those matches, you kind of just have that suspense and belief, and you just kind of pretend.
Shahid is still trying to get this brand deal with Liquid Death. So one day you'll get it, boss. I promise you. You'll get it. But no, I get it. But no, the reason I say Matt, Jeff, and Edge and Christian and I don't want to see them wrestle is because they still want to put on shows like they wrestled when they were in their 20s. Hulk Hogan never did
That's
nothing
true.
exciting in his 20s, in his 30s, 40s, or 50s. He never did an exciting move in his life. Then that's fine.
It's fans like
He
you who
works
expect
safe.
them to do shit like they did in their 20s.
What did Hogan do
No,
in his 20s that was nice?
no, Jeff Hardy's just he's a thrill junkie. It's not the fans. He wants to do that stuff. He wants to
I
show you
want
that
Jeff
he still
Hardy to
can
just
do
sit.
it.
I just want Jeff Hardy to create an album and shut up. Just make a song. I'm not gonna listen to your music. Just make a song. Somebody will buy it. I'm not gonna buy it, but somebody will buy it, and you'll make just as much money for wrestling. You can make some of these theme songs for these wrestlers, because God knows that most of WWE songs are trash. They're garbage. Jeff Hardy
Cody
know
Rhodes
better.
is garbage.
I agree.
Wasn't even the subject. He wasn't even the subject.
Hot ass.
Cody
He
Rhodes
cut
isn't
that
the
promo after beating up the weakest motherfucker on the roster. The fuck?
Hey, Kip
Kit's
is not
over.
the
Kit's
weakest.
over.
Over but weak.
Kit's over. He might be the weakest,
Over.
but Kit's over.
Nigga, he's the
I
new
fuck with
version of the
Kid Wilson,
Hurricane.
man.
New version of the Hurricane.
I fuck with Kid.
Okay, cool.
Well, I don't think that.
Nah, I'd say Danhausen is the new version of the Hurricane.
But Danhausen does
No.
not take bumps anymore. He disappears.
Danhausen has not had a
Yeah, he
fucking
does
wrestling
disappear.
match. He just.
He doesn't
Not
need a
yet,
wrestling
but
match.
he
He's
will.
over. He'll take a bump eventually. Somebody will catch him. Miz will catch him with a skull crushing finale eventually.
Vince had Hornswoggle. Triple H got Danhausen.
Okay. Hornswoggle put on bangers.
A banger.
He bullied Titus.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He did.
He bullied Big E.
He did.
If we as huge black men, not me, because that's you two. But if you're a tall black man and you get bullied by a little midget, bro, that's your fault. You can just step on him, literally. Once. Hate crime, but he ain't gonna mess with you no more.
I think it's just one of those things, he's just a annoying, lovable little guy.
Yeah.
So you kind of let him talk his shit sometimes. I think it's one of those situations.
Because all they had to do was put him in the closet somewhere. What are you gonna do then? Be defenseless. But Shaw, you wanted to know, why are they pulling these NXT stars when NXT is suffering? Is that what you wanted to talk about, sir?
I thought we didn't talk about that yesterday.
No, yesterday we couldn't do it, so that's what we're doing today.
Okay.
NXT's ass.
But yeah, so you feel it's ass. Why do you feel it's ass? JC Jane is and the rest of Fatal Influence is supposed to leave. They supposed to leave. Probably Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, and Ricky Saints are all going to the main roster. That's what's reported. So why do you feel that they need to keep these people when they're pulling up people like Callie Armstrong? They're bringing in more people from Evolve. They have superstars. Blake Monroe is probably getting ready. I mean, Blake is getting ready to be moved.
That's the right call. It's time to move them out and get some new people in from Evolve. Yeah, it's about time.
I know you don't watch Tubi, but I think it's time. But why do you feel that they need to keep them in NXT? Yes, they're losing to AEW, but why should they keep them in NXT?
Triple H gotta make up his fucking mind. At one point in time, he's saying NXT is not developmental. It's saw as a third brand. That these people can be called to the main roster anytime. It's not developmental. It's not FCW. Right? Cool. So if it's not developmental and it is a show all on its own, why would you sit there and take away your biggest stars to be put on a show that already has stars? There is no void that needs to be filled on SmackDown or Raw in the women's division or in the men's division. There are voids on NXT that still need to be fucking filled. You ever heard of a tag team championship? Men's or women's?
They have tag team
Have
champions.
ever,
They have men tag team champions. It's a vanity
No.
project.
Have you ever heard of their tag
Now,
team
women's,
champions?
they don't.
No, well, what I'm saying, listen, what's I'm saying. Have you heard of their tag team champions, men's or women's?
I just said the vanity project.
Yeah, but are they a big name?
the women's tag the WWE women's tag team titles is also defended in NXT.
Yeah, they just don't
That's
have a
what I'm
tag team,
saying.
women's tag team division, and they use.
You can build up your women's tag division, build up your men's tag division, get those factions you got going. Cool, get them built up. You still got stars from AEW that are lightweight, lackluster that can use a little more push before they go to the main roster. I can think of a million. And on the main roster, you got Julia. Didn't she get called up from NXT? She ain't doing shit. Roxy, I haven't seen her really do a whole lot because she injured. The list goes on. Royce Keys, he was never in NXT, but still, you got stars that
Hold
not
on.
even being fucking utilized right now.
Ain't
And you want to
ain't
put
Julia
more into
US
the talent
champion?
pool?
Julia is U.S. champion. Julia is U.S.
But what are
champion,
they
and she's
doing with
feuding
her?
with Tiffany Stratton.
They're not doing shit with Julia.
Aren't you
Tiffany's
a
trying to
big?
get the belt from her.
Aren't you a
Bro,
big
they ain't
Tiffy
doing
time
shit with
guy?
Julia.
Like you should be like, oh, he's feuding with Tiffy time. She's feuding
Bruh.
with Chelsea Green, which we can.
They ain't doing shit with her.
Oh, the problem with what you said your first problem in your logic is when you said, didn't Triple H say this was a third brand? Yeah, he did, but he only said that because he was running it. He runs Raw and SmackDown. It's a developmental brand, and that's fine. And with the developmental brand, it's time to do some call ups. And you
It
sitting there
was
saying,
Evolve.
talking about they need to stay
So we got
or why?
we got LFC, Evolve, and NXT. All these are developmental brands.
LFG.
LFG, whatever the fuck it is.
All these things are NXT things. Yeah.
Yes.
They're all NXT things.
Yes. This is you. Yes, they are.
And we got to
That's
think
bullshit.
LFG is a TV show.
That's
LFG
bullshit.
just grabs people
to
from
watch
Evolve.
wrestling. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
I mean,
So
you
anytime
call it
star
bullshit if you
goes
feel
from
that way, but it is
NXT,
also the truth.
Bottom line is this. Whether you agree on what star, whatever the brand, or whatever the fuck, there's a whole lot of void, a whole lot of holes that need to be filled in NXT and on the main roster. You barely utilizing the stars you got fucking now.
Right, you gonna grab people from Evolve and put them on NXT once you move these other people.
And
out
you
the
act
way.
like there's no stars in NXT. So
No, there
Rule's
are.
a star, and she's not getting ready to leave. Zaria's a star. She's not getting ready to leave. They have Tony D'Angelo's been there forever. He's finally gets to be the champion. Let him have his moment, bro.
Zarya
Joe Hendry's ready to go.
I can go on. Zarya is similar to the Blake Monroe, Tony Storm shit.
And
After
Blake
the feud,
is a star.
Zarya, let's
My
see
mom
how
told me
good
I
she
would
is
be.
when she's not feuding with Soul.
Zarya versus we can have Zarya versus Jada Parker. You don't think that'll be a banger?
That wouldn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, Zarya feuded with Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe can feud with anybody. You can make a feud with anybody. The feud doesn't have to make sense until the story happens.
The Zarya and Blake Monroe shit was ass.
Blake Monroe has feuded with everybody, and now I assume she's getting ready
Blake
to feud
Monroe was not
with Lola Vice.
Dude, I'm not happy with her shit in NXT. I'm not.
So you are following with the IWC where you just not happy. Why are you not happy? Why do you feel that she should be champion and just be the focus of the entire show because she was great in AEW with one angle with the hottest woman without one of the hottest women without any doubt, Toni Storm in the entire professional wrestling industry, not just
I'm gonna
AEW
keep it a
wrestling.
buck 50.
Period.
When she was in AEW, she was only wrestling Toni fucking Storm. We didn't really see her do a whole lot outside of that. Now we seeing her in NXT where these bitches
That
is
was his
trained
point.
and they can really fucking go.
That was his point.
It's different.
Exactly. She only wrestled one human being. The most
I
over
know.
woman in the most over wrestler in AEW period is Toni Storm. So if you're wrestling the most over wrestler, and then why will we come in and put you against Rhea Ripley? No, we're not. You don't deserve that. You haven't proven that you can work with anybody. That's the thing. NXT proves you can work with anybody. If we put you in a ring with a Kalani Jordan, can you make this match matter? If we put you in a ring with Zarya and Soul, can you make this match matter? We all care about Toni Storm because we're invested into the character Timeless Toni Storm. She hasn't proven that she can do that yet. I like what Blake is doing. Blake knows what she needs to do.
Pronouns is he.
How does he? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think we were talking about pronouns.
Oh, when you said Blake knows what she's doing.
Yes. I know your. My bad. My bad.
No,
Once again, government name. My bad.
yeah.
I know.
No,
Blake.
no,
Blake knows what he's doing as well. This one right here, people. But
but I get. I think he's trying to say if NXT is a third brand, it don't need to lose all its top people, but it's not a third brand in that sense. It is a developmental league, but so it's nothing wrong with losing the top people because you got new people to become top people, and they've already planted the seeds for that. Just at the last show, we got a new heavyweight champion, we got a new women's champion.
yeah,
But Lola doesn't need JC there. They'll be fine.
that's the
You
reason I think
know,
Lola and Blake is going to be an amazing match, an amazing run with Lola and
that's like
Blake. I see
saying,
that
we
being
can't draft all these
good.
people from NCAA. That we won't have any stars left in the NCAA. Like, no, it's time to send them to the NBA, and then there's some new kids
You
from high
can't
school
graduate
coming in.
college, cuz. You can't graduate
Yeah,
college. You got to stay here enough.
it'll be fine. It'll
Yeah,
be fine.
I'm okay with them leaving. I think Joe, first of all, those people we were talking about money earlier when it came to Jericho. Why do we want these people to still be making 40, 30 grand when they can at least make $100,000,
I feel like
$300,000?
Joe
You
Hendrick
know
might
what
have
I'm
been
saying?
making more than.
I think Joe was. And rumor is this summer WWE's getting ready to get Mike Santana. You got to make some room
Oh, I
for
already seen
Santana.
that. Yeah, I seen that. Which, uh,
So if they
there's already a guy that looks similar to him on the show.
there's a lot of Latinos uh in
I wasn't even talking
the
about that. I was
NXT,
talking
just to
about
be honest.
Tony.
Oh, D'Angelo.
He's got like
Well,
the
look,
the
D'Angelo
same
ain't got no.
outfit.
But Tony D'Angelo is now the Punisher. He's Frank Castle. Uh, he's finishing off his story, whatever story that is. He was a gangster, and now he's become the Punisher, which doesn't even make sense
I
in
hated
any way.
that gangster faction. I hated the gangster look.
It didn't make too much sense. It did. It was the old school gangster look. It was the mafia look. It didn't really
Yeah,
work for the times. I don't think. I think it was very
yeah.
80s. It was very
It just
80s
seemed kind
Vince,
of.
90s
It
Vince.
did.
We knew who
It
Sean
was just
got it
like
from. He still messes with Vince in
I
his heart.
was. Yeah, I was just waiting for it to be over with, but I never thought he would change. I just thought he'd have to go away with it. But luckily he changed, and
No.
I like the new look on him. Yeah, I'm
And
with it.
poor Ren Sinclair. Ren Sinclair, who's injured. I hope she gets back. I love her voice because she has that deep that Italian voice. I love it just for her. She doesn't look like she should sound like the way she said. I mean, not Ren Sinclair.
I did like
Uh,
when they
the girl that works
brought
with
back
Tony
what's his
D'Angelo.
name to
Oh,
interact with them.
Stacks. Oh, Vito.
Yes, 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 yeah,
Vito. The full-blooded Italians and all that group. Yeah, I mean, and now look at
yeah.
Vito. Look at the horrible work he's doing in JCW. You know. That was weird. That was weird.
Tony
But
Khan
brother, it
likes
looks
it.
like Shaw's. That doesn't make it good. It
Do
makes it
you think
strange.
Tony Khan likes Vince Russo? Because Vince Russo definitely once he seen Tony respond to that tweet, he definitely was all in
He
there. I know he
changed.
wants
He
that.
changed. He wants that money. Do I
He
think
wants
Tony
that.
Khan? I think Tony Khan has talked to everybody that's involved in professional wrestling that's alive in some way, shape, or form. That's literally in it. I think there's so many
Do you
people
think
that he's reached
he
out
would let
to.
Vince come over? Do you think he would let Vince Russo come over?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I think he would. I don't think Tony's like I don't want to mess with you, but I think Vince wouldn't go because Vince wouldn't have control. Vince would have very little say so
he would try it
because
out.
that
He
is
might
Tony's
leave
baby.
quick. He might leave quick, but he'd take a job.
He'd take the job. Yes, he'd take the job. I'm not saying he wouldn't take the job. I think he'd just be like, I'm there. Man, it didn't work out. He wouldn't let me. He wouldn't let me do a lewd angle with Marina Shafir and John Moxley, where she was cheating on Moxley was cheating on Renee with Shafir, but then Shafir broke her ankle, and then he had a threesome with them both, and he became a pimp. No, he wouldn't let you do that because it doesn't make sense.
He doesn't know that he really should be a writer for a male centric soap opera.
He needs to be a writer for those videotapes that you used to get at Suncoast Video that had the cover over them. If you know what I'm saying, brother, you might not
Oh
be able to
well,
know
I
what I'm
wasn't
saying,
doing. Well, maybe
but
that too. Well, he's supposed to be a Christian man, I guess. I don't know. Um, at least he claims.
you can
But
you
no,
can
I
love
can
the
see
Lord
him
and love
doing
the
it.
you can love the Lord and love the corn at the same time, brother. Yeah,
Oh, well, definitely. But yeah, but I
it's
just see him like he could be a soap opera writer, but not like one. But it has to be like a action kind of like soap opera. Like it's for guys. Like he can
for
write
me.
anything that women would want to watch.
I don't know, but
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 like
you probably couldn't tell him that either.
no, you couldn't because he thinks he knows, but he does not know.
Women
Um,
love my stuff, bro.
yeah, they don't.
No, bro. No, they don't. Men don't like your stuff. I feel
no.
like he's good as long as you give him parameters. Like, yes, we can do this, but only under this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs somebody to say stop. When you
And
give
now
him
he's
free
like in his
range to do
50s.
whatever,
He's too stuck in his ways now. You can't tell him anything. So he can't be a part of a team.
he's him and his just wild man look. Because I don't like this look that he has. I feel like everybody just needs to start dyeing their hair. Not me, because I'm old enough, but still, all these people that are going to be on television, they need to stop it. And they need to stop it. He looks like Doc from Back to the Future on crack. He needs to stop. He needs to stop. He needs to stop right now. I don't think he's gonna work. I think he wants to work at AEW. I think the only person that kept it real, and he did work for AEW, was Bischoff. You know, I think Bischoff kept it real, but who knows? Who
I
knows?
think Bischoff, if that relationship would have stayed good, I don't think Bischoff would have talked shit about AEW.
I don't think he was happy there, even if it was good or bad. I don't think he was happy.
I thought he seemed happy the few times he made appearances. He didn't do much. He just
But I think if you were going to be like, hey, we want you to work here on a consistent basis, it definitely would have changed. Look at CM Punk's reaction with the lack of respect.
Oh, I don't think he ever would have been there on a consistent basis. Just I would have just used him sparingly, come out and do a, announcement for a new match or new title or something. I use them like they was. Um, I mean, kind of like how NXT brought him out randomly. Was it like a year ago? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would make him a regular. I mean, unless he really wanted to, maybe. But that wouldn't been my first thing.
I don't know. To me, the only thing I think AEW really is truly lacking is Our authority figure. I know they tried it with Christopher Daniels, and that didn't go too far. Tony just comes out now. Tony Schiavone is like a makeshift announce box for Tony Khan.
Yeah.
But I think they could use somebody.
They
Some older
could, but I
wrestler.
like it being just a free for all. Just no.
The
I like
inmates
that.
are running the asylum type
Yeah.
deal. I can see that.
Let,
I think we do. I don't know if you want to do the old Southern thing. Somebody need to be there. You know, and I know Tony Khan
and
loves his Southern wrestling.
I want WWE. I mean, they kind of moving it with Pierce and all this. But I really want them to just move towards and it's kind of going towards, but I want like the old WWF president, man. Like you don't question him; he just comes out, he's authority, and he says what he
But
says.
that would have to be the game, Triple H.
Well,
And I don't think he wants to be on TV that much anymore.
What was
that
he
would
doing
literally have to be him
out there with Oba and them?
I don't know. I feel like somebody just should have gave him a heart punch, and he should have just went into a heart attack.
Oh,
and then he could have had an angle.
We don't need to do that too.
I told you the only time I wanted to see him is if he would have came out with Randy, and he was the voice, and Randy said it would have made more sense. But he wasn't, and now it's stupid with this McAfee catastrophe.
Part of me was going to think that there was never anybody on the phone, and that Randy was just going crazy.
I would have been okay with that. That Randy was just crazy.
That would have been way better than, because it makes no fucking sense. What does Randy need?
If Randy was just crazy.
And WWE Instagram keeps posting all these old clips of Randy and Cody, and it's like, y'all telling a way better story than what you're telling on TV. If it just would have went back to like Randy, yeah, if it was just back to Randy, like now, like telling Cody, look, I want this, and don't forget, dude, I was your mentor. Like if we just had that, and let that naturally build. Like Roman and CM Punk, they don't need all this extra shit. They did bring in the Usos, but it's them just going at it and speaking their mind. Everything is set up for Cody and Randy. We didn't need Pat. It's just, I don't know. And then now he's got his own narrative about,
I'm the savior of professional wrestling. Look, I feel like
they could have just put if Randy comes out and says, oh, Pat wasn't even who I was talking to. That's the only way I can save that angle.
You can say that. You can say that is Pat. If Pat is just a pawn for The Rock, or Vince McMahon. That's the only two people you can do it.
The Rock is the best one because he's Mr. Sinister, and he's like, "Oh, Cody, I told you I had you. You didn't want to join me. I found other people that wanted to join me. Randy's willing to sell his soul for 15, and I'm willing to give it to him. And I'll make sure he gets
a better choice than Cena.
Yeah.
Cena.
He can talk bad about that. Cena didn't have it in him. Randy has it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can still put Cena in it because even though Cena's not going to wrestle anymore, he's the host of WrestleMania, so he can still get involved. Remember how the host of WrestleMania got involved when The Rock was the host, and he rock bottomed John Cena and gave The Miz the title. That can happen to Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
but we're fantasy booking WrestleMania. But that's what I guess us IWC podcasters are here for. But brother, it is time. Monday Night Raw is live right now.
Yeah, let's get to Raw.
So let's wrap this up. You can give them your closing words, sir.
Oh man. It's Monday night. Us two, we are about to head off and watch Monday Night Raw. You're looking around, some dangerous times out there. Before Iran drops some bombs on us, you can try to grab those ropes, because today this has been a rope break.
Peace, people.
That was
peace,
dark.
love, happiness. That was really dark, sir. I don't know what's going on.